Afternoon, everybody. It's Friday again, 2 o'clock, and we're here in the sunshine. A little bit cold, but when the sun's out, doesn't it always feel a little bit better? And yeah, bonfire night. Goodness me, it's November the 5th. So I'm not going to do anything sort of bonfire related. And I thought this would give you a bit of a challenge. Because to be honest, bonfire night's not one of those nights that we tend to enjoy seriously. Because, of course, as you well know, having dogs, it's not always the best night of the year. So we're going to be heading home just a little bit earlier today, just so we can make sure that we're looking after my boys. So, okay, shall we make a start then? What do we have? I've got a regular tile. It's actually one of sort of the mist kind of colours from the earth set. I've got my regular pen, my pencil, my tortillon, and to be honest, that's about it today. I'm not going to go in with colour. I'm going to keep it very sort of traditional and see how we go. All right then, are we ready for this? Now come on, if we could have done last Friday's tile, we can do anything, can't we? So I'm going to come in first. Here we go then, with the pencil. Yeah, that's the pencil. I had to think then for a minute what it was. So it doesn't matter where you sort of start this, but I don't want it in the middle. I want it slightly more, I'm going to come this way, slightly more to one side here. So again, you might just want to watch and see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to sort of sketch out a bit of a line. Let's put one sort of going up to help me. And then I'm going to have a bit of a triangle shape. All right. There we go. Bit of a, let's come down a little bit. All right. That doesn't look too bad. That's okay. I'm just going to remove that little line there because I want it fitting in. But you can see that I have got a line down the centre. So I'm going to keep that. Okay. All right. So in we go with this. Now you notice, as I say, I've got a line. It's quite light. If I just sort of mark middle there, I'm going to put a line there as well. And then same here, look, mark the middle there, just going to put a line there. See how they go through the middle? There we go. Just gives me a little bit of a guide, as I say. It's not going to be the be-all and end-all if it's not exactly. It's fine. So, okay, in we go. I'm going to start with my pen, as ever. I'm going to put a bubble in the middle. So here we go, bubble. That's a little bit bigger. No, let's have a look. It's not quite as, let's have a look. Yeah, just a little bit smaller than my pen lid, so you can sort of get the idea of size. Okay. Oh no, Joanne, yeah, we've got those plug-in ones that you have, and they tend to do okay. And then, of course, we turn up the TV, of course. Okay, so I've got this going on. Now, again, if you want to do this in pencil first, please feel free to go ahead and do it in pencil, because then, you know, you're going to get the guides. But if not, you just want to have a go. Just sort of go with the flow and use a pen. So here we go. Put a bubble. See, it's about halfway-ish, okay? Same with the others. One here, look. One here. So I'm going all the way around, and I'm just sort of using those lines that I've got here as a little bit of a guide. Okay. Oh yeah, the Deathly Hallows. Do you know, that's funny that. I do actually have my Deathly Hallows on today as well. 1 second, here we go, look. There it is, look. The Deathly Hallows, yeah. Okay. All right, are you ready for this then? You need to watch carefully. I will do this only once, you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to start from this bubble here, the 9 o'clock bubble, okay? And I'm going to go round it, and then I'm going to bring up a little bit of a curve, you see? All the way up to that line there. All right, so far? So then, whilst I'm here, I'm going to go around, so it's an aura, around the bubble, and then up, and then all the way to the top. You see? Okay. So then I'm going to turn it round. And then I'm going to, again, let's turn it that way. So we've got this at the bottom now. So again, we're at the 9 o'clock. So as before, look, I'm going to go around the bubble, up, and up to the top there. See, I've gone to that guideline. And then same again. I'm going to draw around. I'm going to create that aura all the way up to the top. And then, see, this is at the bottom, so I'm going to put this one now at the bottom. Oh, all right. And then again, this one here, round and up to the line. And then around and up to the top. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so whilst I'm in sort of this position then, I'm going to go with this bubble here, and I want to join it to this line here. Okay, so I'm going to go around and then underneath to join there. And then here, I'm going to go round as an aura again and underneath to join that one there. Okay, so if I turn it around again, so I've got this bubble, so again I'm going to go around the bubble. Oh God, get it right way around, there we go, around the bubble, and I'm going to join it to this line here, and then aura around the bubble and down to join this line here. Okay, and then let's turn it around again. So as before, from this one here around, I'm going to go underneath to this one here, and then aura around and down to this one here. Okay, so we've got this sort of nice kind of curvy shape going on, haven't we? So let's take it to the next step. I love knotty ones. So I'm going to just add in a line here. Okay, same up here, and the same here. You see, I've sort of got the same sort of thickness of lines there, just as I've got there. Okay, so then of course if we look here, I can sort of join that one up, join that one up, you see? Same here, just join them up and join them up. So we've sort of got a loop round there, we've got a loop round there, round there, round there. Okay, so let's put another aura in here, but this time I'm going to just create that sort of little shape there on the top, and then here just create a little aura. See, I'm just using those lines again just to help me out a little bit. See, just sort of taking it to that middle-ish point and then back in. Okay, it's nice, isn't it? So centerpiece then, let's go a little bit bigger. Got a little bit of space here, so there's a couple of things we could do now. Because we've got a lot of points today, I think I'm going to stick with points. I'm just going to put a little petal there, see, pointed top there, same there. And then looking at my other lines, let's just bring in those little kind of petal shapes, and then same here. There we go. And then in the middle here, I'm just going to sort of fill it in with, and get 3 bubbles in. Maybe you can only get 2, depends on, see there, I'm only going to get 2. that's fine. 2 there as well. Just work it around the shape. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at that. All right, so I did start with that up in this corner here, if you remember. So just before I get carried away with anything right now, I'm just going to come in and put a little bit of a border in. Now I'm going to make it quite wide today, so just using another tile. You see, it's just going to work that down. See, I can do 2 at once then. And then sort of similar here. Just gauging the size. Of course you can do this by hand if you want to. Really doesn't matter. And then along here. There we go. Okay, bit of a border. Just so I can use it where I need it. All right, so I'm going to sort of start now in this bottom corner. Well, yeah, sort of around here. I'm going to work my way around this shape. So here we go. Okay. So I'm just going to draw in a little line. I say a little line, it's a little bit longer than perhaps I'd normally do. Okay. And then I'm going to put a straight line on it. And I'm going to work my way down. Now normally, this tangle, we do a triangle that looks like that. Let's go a bit bigger. Okay. But this time I'm just going to extend it a little bit, you see? Fill all that in. And then the same on this side. And then I'm going to aura around it. But what I want to do is I want to make this top section a little bit wider. See? And then same there. So it's quite narrow but quite wide here. So it's quite a longer shape. Okay? So let's do another this way. So same as before. Just going to put that line across. Now this time I'll do this side first, see? It's a little bit longer. And the same there. Alright, now you might find it easier to put this piece in first. And then I'm just going to bring this one down. And of course this one's going to sit underneath that one there. Let's have a look at that. You see how it's sort of giving it a bit of shape there. I'm going to bring one in here as well. See, I'm just curving them in different ways. Quite long. Same that side. And I say you might want to put in that line first and then you can bring that line up to it. And that one, of course, is going to go underneath. All right. So let's do another one. I'm going to bring it up out of this one. And of course, the nice thing with this is we can do 2 now coming out of that one. There we go. Let's go a bit bigger. All right. And then along here, I'm not sure why I've gone quiet. I've not changed anything. Mind you, not to worry. I do waffle sometimes. There we are. See, I'm going to add this piece. And then I can take this line up to it. See, nice and narrow there. And then same this side as well. There we go. And then of course the same on this one. Now at this point you can decide whether you want to go over the border or you want to stay within that frame. I'm getting to the point there. I'm going to have to make a decision. Okay. There we go. Let's have a look, see where we're at. Okay. Let's bring one out. Yeah, I'm going to bring one out here. So again, as before, just sort of fill in those gaps in. There we go. And I'm going to go out the border. So I'm just going to keep doing this. See, that's going to curve slightly. Go. I like that one. You can do 1 or 2 coming out of those. It really doesn't matter. And I might come back to it in a bit. I'm going to see how it looks when I've added a few more in. Okay. Okay. So along, same as before. I'm doing something completely different this weekend. I don't know if anybody's seen it on Facebook. I'm actually doing a class for an American company. I know. I'm going to be doing the To the Moon and Back session. I think it's a 2-hour session. Of course, I can't use the stencils, so there's like a PDF sort of download where people can use that. So I'll only get around to doing the moon, I think, not quite the frame maybe. But if anybody is interested, please book on that and join in. It's going to be my first serious Zoom class, I think. It's not just for America, it's for everybody, although the session is 4 hours ahead of the US, so I think it says 2 o'clock in the US on Sunday, and so it'll be 6 o'clock in the evening here that I do it. So it should be fun. But the To the Moon and Back is a really nice one to do as well. Samantha, you do have hawk eyes. My goodness, I can't use anything on here, can I, without you seeing? I thought I'd kept it quite hidden. I'm testing it out. Yes, well spotted. Goodness me. There you go. You see how it's sort of working? Oh, there you go, look, yeah, it is. How it's working out all the way from the sides. So I'm going to put another one here. Okay. So I'm just going to bring in the same shape again. So I can't quite catch all your messages today. I'm working from a different angle. So I've got a new stand that I'm trying out. So I'm trying to sort of look at the side of what I'm doing and follow the messages as well. So if I've not caught what you've said, I do apologise. I'll go back through them and check later. Okay. There we are. Dobby's been on his best behaviour since the weekend. I think he was secretly hoping I'm going to let him out this weekend on his own, and no chance. He's actually going to come home with me. He's got a slight repair needed, I've noticed, to his arm. I think he got yanked around in that cell a bit. So he's coming home with me so I can repair him this weekend. See if I can entice the socks off him so I can give them a wash. Okay. She'll be fine. He'll have some fun with Benji. Perhaps we'll just keep the two. They're okay if they're supervised. But if not, I tend to have all my cushions off the sofa and everything going on. Don't want that. So we can see it's just sort of filling it in as we go. It's kind of nice, this one, isn't it? It makes a nice frame as well if you want to do them all in a circle. There we go. So just sort of working my way around. Little bits. There we go. See, some of them are going to go underneath. And just sort of taking my time. Working my way around there. There we go. You see, I've decided that I am going to out of the border. You can do a mixture of the two if you want. You can have some going out, some going in. Whatever works for you. But you see, it's sort of cascading out and around. See, let's take one out here. I think it needs one. There we are. You know, you could do a few and then you can come back and add to it. It really doesn't matter. But, you know, just sort of go with it. There we go. I like that one. And put one there. You see as well, this is a little bit longer than we perhaps would normally do, just to allow that shape there. And then of course in we go with the outer edge. So let's have another one there. So I could have actually done the border afterwards, but it's kind of nice to have something to work to, isn't it? Just in case. You see here I've got two that are sort of level with each other. So I'm just going to bring this out and do another one. It's nice to have a random edge. There we go. Just sort of taking out. See, I'm going to have one there. Even if it goes underneath the other, it's fine. All right, here we go. Okay. Christy, the swap's not happened yet. I'm going to do it on Monday. So, if anybody's got one that they want in, I'm going to be swapping them Monday. I've just been, as you know, I'm an elf down this week, so I've managed to get through quite a few different pieces, but that one, I didn't want to rush it, so I'll get that one done. Okay. We're almost there with the mosaic. They're open and all raring to go. Okay, so I don't know if you've quite noticed now, I'm going a little bit smaller. I've just sort of eased off the size. It's quite large there. And then here it's getting a little bit smaller. Okay. Just sort of. There we go. I mean, it's because my mum said, have I got time to do one? So I'm waiting for my mum. Just so she can get it in. There has to be some perks of having a daughter that runs tile swaps. So Mum, if you're watching, come on, sort it out. I need it in. People are waiting. Oh. She'll think I meant that. All right. It's okay, just sort of get my way around. So they're getting smaller as I sort of get around this edge. You see, I can come in now and let's straighten that off. There we go. And a few in there. Okay, you see, just sort of working my way around. And let's have a little one there. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of work around this corner, but I'm not going to completely fill the space. I'm just going to sort of, stop them in a minute. I think I'll do maybe another one here. So it looks like it's going underneath. See, it's really close. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at that. All right. So of course we've got lots of gaps and different things we can fill here. So I'm just going to make it a bit larger. You see where we've got this space here? I'm just going to come on in and fill it with bubbles. And then any space I've got left, I can come in and just sort of fill it with ink. Now see, this is quite a large space, so I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do few and see, just let it taper off, and then any gaps just gonna fill in. All right, same on this one. So I'm just gonna sort of take it to there, and again we've got starting points, so I'm going to keep it really close here and just fill in as we go, and then just let them go their own way. All right. Oh, a little bit of filling in there. You see how that bit of black just fills it and gives it a little bit of dimension there. You can just add those bits in. So I'm going to do a few here, I think. There we go. It's nice to just move it on and do those little bits, isn't it? Just gives it that little bit of something, makes it move slightly. And again, just adding those in. And into this one, just working it round, a few little extra bits. Fill it in. Of course, same on the next one. Just no rush with that. And here, I've got a little bit there. That's going to be a filler in. There we go. And some little bits there. Of course, that one. Okay, just sort of fill it with ink in there. And into this one. Okay. Keeping it going, just sort of filling those bits in. There we are. And those. Almost to the end again now. Just sort of gonna taper them off a little bit. And of course, fill in that corner there. A few there. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Since that's given us a little bit of dimension there, I think I'm just going to come around and just completely go over this line here with little bubbles, just to give it an edge. There we go. See, there we go. Just neatens that edge up a little bit, doesn't it? And then I think while we're doing bubbles, I'm just going to come in and fill in those. There we go. Just give that a little bit of edge too. Okay, so just in amongst these, we can bring out our little bubbles there, and just round we go, and create these lovely little zingers. This is going to nothing. Okay, and next in this one, round we go, and just working my way around there. I think I'm just going to bring up and a little bit of a bobble on the end there. So let's bring another one in here. What was that, Liz, about the diary? It goes on Create and Craft first, and then just because of rules and regulations, of course, it has to be there for a certain amount of days, and then once those days are passed, it'll go on my own website. So I hope that helps. There we go. So now I'm going to turn it because I don't want all these zingers going in one direction. I want them to move about a little bit. Okay. Let's put one in there. Missed one. And let's have one coming up there. There we go. So, another one. Now if you want them, you can have them coming in front or behind. It really doesn't matter. Let's have a little one there. Okay, it looks like it's sort of hidden in there. Alright, you see they're sort of working in different directions now, which is what we want. And let's put one in there. And up and around there. They're great for breaking up the outer edge of designs. Give it something a little bit more organic. So again, that one's going to go under there. See, I'm going to have one coming out and along there. Let's have a little bit of a one into that one. Okay. And bring another one here. See, I'm giving you permission today to use quite a few. Normally it's restricted, but no, that's okay. This is sort of works well with this kind of design. It's nice to bring it in now and again. We do love doing them. A little bit of a stem there, and then I think just a smaller as we get round. Just working my way around there, and then maybe one in there. Okay. Oh, Rose. Oh, yes, I did, Rose. I did get what I wanted and more from Pandora. So, those of you that don't know, we should have been going to Disney this year. It was sort of belated John and I's 21st anniversary, 22nd wedding anniversary. But of course, Disney got cancelled. So I did have a nice new shiny ring from Pandora. And he didn't bat an eyelid. He was like, yeah, that's okay, we can do that. There we go. So I'm just putting my border in. Triangles. Yeah, do you want to see my ring? I'll show you my ring. It's a bit blingy. There we go. Look, new ring. I got spoiled. All right. There we go. So, see, we've got all these bubbles. I'm just going to bring a few out here, just to sort of finish off the bubble sort of. Well, Janet, to be honest, I've kept him for this long. Might as well keep him for the rest, hadn't I? I mean, to me, who else would put up with me? I know, I think that's the case. It's not me putting up with him. Who'd put up with me? There we are. Okay. So, okay, coming in with pencil now. I'm going to start in the middle. All right. And I'm just going to add that familiar sort of little smirk in the middle there. Okay, it's almost like if you've got two eyes. Looks like a little face, doesn't it? And then just a little bit on the sides there. Just on that point. Okay. And of course, looking at my shapes here now, this one you see goes underneath. So wherever we've got that occurring, I'm going to just add some pencil. So this one goes underneath. And that one. And then see here, I've got this one that goes underneath. So does this one, to be honest. So anything that you sort of see working that kind of thing going on there. There we go, underneath. And then underneath there. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you everybody, it's really nice. You know, we've been through some tough times, John and I, but we're still there. Okay, just gonna pick a couple sides. So here I'm gonna go this one and this one. I'll do the same there. And I think I'm gonna put some just in the corners as well, just because I can. Who minds where the light and the dark comes? It really doesn't matter. Okay. All right. I'm gonna now have a look at these little shapes. So I'm just going to add a little bit either side. See? Now here I'm going to do one side. I might just do a bit there because it's going under. Just sort of either side. I can even put a little bit down. The sort of the stem, if that's what you want to call it. So there's quite a few of these, so I know it's going to take a little bit of time, but don't worry about it being completely neat. It's just about, you know, putting a little bit of pencil down. And a little bit in there, see? Just if you can. And just in there. Okay. So, just following it round. Little bits. There we are. See, not being neat at all. It's just about getting some graphite on there. Okay. Okay, just keep that going. One side of the next, a little bit down there. One side of the next. It'll be worth it when we get there. It's nice to sort of go. Just keep it going, okay? And a little bit at a time. This is almost the bit, isn't it? It's the part that you think, oh, come on, I want to hurry this up because I want to see how it looks. But just take your time and enjoy this moment and the anticipation of what it's going to look like when you've shaded it. And of course, there's nothing stopping you using colour with this. Of course, you can use your pastels or your watercolours, or maybe you've used an inked tile. We didn't do that today, but you could do that, or any of the coloured tiles. We have so many colours now. Nice to have such a choice, isn't it? I think that's what we want to do anyway. Certainly if you're going to craft with them, you want to have a colour that's going to match what you do. Alright? So I'm just going to add a line, see, to each side of those little zingers. I'm just going to work my way around the tile. Don't worry again about which side it's on, just put some on one side. As long as you do it on one, it's fine, not both. See, so you can swap them about. Yeah. Okay, and then just to sort of finish it off again, we've got a border here, so I'm going to shade it on the inside today. So I'm going to just go on in and put some pencil on the inside, just where I can see my border lines. There we go. And then plus a little bit there. Alright, looks a bit rough, but here we go. Okay. Oh, Rose, I don't know why that, it looks muddy there, I don't know. Maybe try just a little bit less, see how that works. Could be the colour, you know. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just sort of soften around some of these edges. So I'm not trying to take it completely all the way around, just a nice sort of softer edge if I can. Just taking my time with it. I definitely want some sort of light and dark in it, just to give it variation. So we're not having to travel too far. Of course, leaving little gaps of white where we can. There we are, just sort of around. Can you believe it's a week ago since Craftopia? We were heading there this time last week because we had an earlier session. Gosh, time flies, doesn't it? It's been a really quick, fast-flowing week this week. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, so working on these, I'm just going to soften it again, but I really want to leave a little gap of that highlight in the middle there, if I can. See, I don't mind going down the sides. Same with these, but again, just leaving that little bit in the middle there. Of course, these pencils, there's a lot of graphite in there. You don't have to put a lot on for it to go a long way, so just sort of take time. And from those, of course, you've got some large bubbles. You can come in and add a touch to it. There's plenty, or there will be plenty on your tortillon to use. You don't need to really go in and add more. Okay. See, so just sort of work your way around. And of course, if you need to, you can always bring in your white pencil and just enhance the highlights, which I might do actually. I'll have a look when it's done, see what's going on. There we are. See, hardly touching those stems, just giving them a little touch with the tortillon there. Nothing crazy, it's nice and gentle. Oh, I know, gosh, it's only 2 weeks. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. The last classes we did were brilliant. We had a great time, we met a lot of people and a lot of chats and things. I'm really looking forward to doing it again. thought it'd be quite a nice, I've given notice, hopefully notice, for people to be able to book off work and come on over. And should be great. Certainly the one I've got to before Christmas. So of course December we're going to be putting the decorations up. And yeah, it should be nice. Not decided exactly what we're going to do yet with decorations, but it'll be lovely. So if you're one of those people that nobody knows what to get for you for Christmas, you know, why not? We have a Premier Inn literally round the corner. The train station is 5 minutes away, and John's more than happy to come and fetch you from the station if you needed to. And of course, you know, if you needed to, again, drop you off at the hotel, not a problem. So, you know, come and spend some time with friends. That'd be great. So looking forward to that. Okay. So of course, the last thing I'm going to do, just gonna, let's do our little zingers first. Just so, oh, sorry, there we go, just touching the line. There we are. And little bits. Okay, you see? There we go. And just gonna, nice and gentle, just soften this, because I've gone quite heavy with that graphite there. It's going to travel quite a way, and that's fine because I wanted it to. I want to have that little bit of, so you can see a bit of depth, you know, in the background, just to darken it up a little bit. There we go. So as much as I was going to keep it sort of traditional today, I do think I'm going to be bringing in a bit of colour. I'm going to have a look what gel pens I've got handy in a minute. I think I'm going to add a little bit of colour in here. Let's have a look. Okay, so you see there, I'm just sort of working it over the tile, sort of within that border. Just done a little bit, just giving it a bit of depth. Okay, let's have a look at it. Oh, okay, there we go. Just gonna do a little bit more there. That's lovely. It's really nice, isn't it? Really classy, that. It's okay. Let's have a look what we got. I think before we do, I'm just gonna come on in, just as we usually do. Just gonna pick on that border once more. On any of those lines, just gonna draw over those lines again. So I'm just gonna bring that zinger back out. Just work my way around. I wanted quite a clean border there, so I'm just gonna rub a little bit there. That's it. And last one. In we go. It's amazing. Sometimes we use a lot of tangles, sometimes we don't use so many. I'm just going to bring out the outside of this shape as well. But, this one's got quite a glow about it, I think. Kind of like this one. Alright. And it's really good, isn't it? You think less than an hour ago this was a blank tile, and we started with a triangle or triangle-ish shape, and now we've got something a little bit different. So okay, let's just have a quick look at me. Let's see, what do I have? I've got my white pencil, of course, and I've got a little bit of silver. Oh, I've just put it back in. It could be anywhere now. There we go. So here we go. I'm just going to bring in my white pencil and just sort of touch up some of those areas that I want to really stand out. Of course, you're not going to see it massively because it's sort of white on white almost, but you get a bit of a hint of it. See, just sort of touch them up. I'm not going to blend this in. It's just redefining those little lines. There we go. I've course I'd do this last. I wouldn't go over this with pen or things later. Just want to, I don't know, I see. Well, you know, once you get into it, you'll be fine. You'll get into that little mode of your own. And you go, oh, I remember doing that. I know what she's doing now. It all makes sense. Okay. Let's have a look at that. All right, I just sort of highlight it a little bit, doesn't it? And then think silver. I'm just going to touch on these little silver, these little bubbles in the middle that are now silver. So it doesn't need a lot. And you don't have to go serious colour if you don't want to. I'm just going to pick on a few of these. And just sort of work my way around. Don't have to do them all, just a few of them. I will lift it up in a minute so you can see this is a metallic silver. I missed one there, look. Amazing what you see when you start going back around it. There we go. So again, just sort of adding a few around here. Oh, Nadia, do you know, sometimes neither do I. It's, I think because I'm doing it all the time, it's sort of you know, the more creative you are, the more creative you are, if that makes sense. It starts you going in all sorts of directions. Let's have a look. Do have a little bit. Oh, here we go. I've got a little bit of teal as well. Was it teal? Yeah, sort of one of the moonlight ones. Let's just add a little bit of colour in. I just think it needs something just to bring it out. Okay, just sort of fill in a few in. There you go, see? And add in a few. Oh, sorry. Okay, just add in a few round and about. Just sort of no rush with it. Oh, I'm going to fill that one in. I think you've got to look at your own and decide if you think it needs it or if you're happy to leave it as a single colour. Let's have a look. Oh, Kaz, that's lovely. You're going to have to post it and show us. Well, let's have a look. There you go. So you can see that it's got a little bit of that silver on there. When it's dry, you see, let me just point this out to you. You see sort of here, this one, where it's gone over. Once that's dry, I'll go back over it with my black pen. It's still a little bit, is it? A bit wet. Let's have a look. So yeah, I'm going to go back over it with my black pen. So I don't want to colour over the whole thing because it's metallic. You don't want to be doing that. But if I go back around, you'll see the difference. There we go. There we are. See? That's better, isn't it? So, you know, just adding that little bit of colour, a few little dots in places, does make all the difference. So I think with that in mind, I'm just going to put my signature on there now. And that one is today's tile, number 188. So of course, if you're feeling brave and you want to do something bigger, why not do a few of these together? Create, I don't know, some sort of larger piece, or you could have triangles sort of mirroring each other, so you've got a diamond shape. So there's quite a few different sort of ways of doing this. And of course, if you wanted to, you could always change the shape of it. Now that would be being brave, wouldn't it? So entirely up to you, but of course, it's all about you having a little bit of fun, about you having 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe an hour, just to chill out a little bit and have fun with this. So don't take it too seriously. It's not a problem. You do your thing with it. It's going to look completely different to mine, but that's okay. Just follow it as inspiration. If you get stuck with anything, if these are a little bit too awkward in any way, create your own. That's absolutely fine. So, all right then. I will speak to you all again next week. And hopefully we'll have all the tile swaps in by then. And Monday I'll definitely get them all sorted and out. And of course, we're almost ready then to move on to the next tile swap, which I'm hoping we could perhaps do some sort of Christmas theme because people will be getting them around Christmas. So that'd be lovely. So have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and take care, and I will see you next week. Okay, have fun with this. Bye.